The national championship is great, but to do it like them, and another friend of yours, I guess most of you are very close to him. It hasn't been that long, Bo Nickal.
Flashback there last fall, then candidate Trump bringing the Penn State Championship Wrestling team onto the stage at a rally. It was a pretty cool thing. It was just before the election. And the president is actually going to be in attendance in Philadelphia tomorrow for the NCAA Wrestling Championships. Our sitting president is going to go watch the wrestling championships in Philadelphia tomorrow, which is a pretty big deal. Penn State hoping to win it all again. They have an incredible wrestling operation at that university. UFC fighter and former Penn State wrestling champion Bo Nickal is going to be in attendance tomorrow, and he joins us tonight along with Tony Bobulinski, Hunter Biden's former business partner, one of the early Biden whistleblowers, shedding light on all of that corruption within the Biden family. He's also a former Penn State wrestler as well. Good to see you both tonight. Thanks for coming on. Tony, I want to start with you.
Great to see you.
I think a lot of people would be surprised that Trump is going to go to a wrestling championship. And just tell me, what does he love about that sport, and what does he love about your alma mater?
Well, go Penn State. Last fall, obviously, Pennsylvania was expected to be the swing state that determined putting President Trump back in the White House, as well as Senator McCormick's seat. And they held that rally at the Bryce Jordan Center, which I spoke at and was proud to speak there. My entire family's gone to Penn State. I wrestled there, which I'm very proud of. Not quite as good as Bo Nickal, and I'm sure you'll get to that. But President Trump likes winners, and Penn State has won 11 of the last 13 national championships. And remember, in 2020, there wasn't even a tournament, and they're slated to win their 12th national championship tomorrow night. And President Trump's coming in with multiple senators, including Senator McCormick, and they're going to get to watch, warriors down on that mat to determine who's the national champ. And he loves winners, and that's why he's coming.
That's so cool. Bo, I've seen you with a MAGA hat on, and I want to ask, why is there such a connection between this president and fighters of all stripes? Why is there that connection?
I think that there's just a connection there where I feel like we're kind of cut from the same cloth. We're willing to just be ourselves all the time and stand for what we believe in. And, I put myself out there every single time I go out to compete, and I put my heart and soul on the line because, I want to be the best. And I believe that President Trump does the same thing each and every day for himself and his family, but most importantly for the country. I believe that he's a guy that is going to go fight for the American people every day, and that's somebody that I want to get behind because I just feel there's a lot of similarities there.
Yeah, it's fighters. Two different kinds of fighters, but fighters nonetheless. That's a good point. Tony, I want to talk about this for a second. Hunter Biden got his pardon. He claims he's broke now. Trump just stripped his security detail last week. As soon as he found out about it, he stripped it. He had 18 Secret Service members carrying around in Africa. I spoke to Devin Archer last night, another big Biden business partner who's now looking for a pardon from Trump because he basically says that the Biden family turned on him, sold him out. Take a listen to this from last night.
I believe that there was a legal apparatus that surrounded Hunter. It was Biden, Obama's DOJ,
Yeah.
and I was a witness, I was a subject, and I was a target. The whistleblower target was Hunter Biden, and I was not on that list. And it evolved into a complaint being filed, and long guns and vests and the FBI at my door in April of 2016, which was quite an experience.
Devin paints a really ugly picture of the Biden family, and now he's kind of fighting for his freedom in this moment. What's your reaction to that?
So let's highlight Devin Archer. Most people are probably not giving him near the credit he deserves in this current environment. In the summer of 2023, Devin Archer came out and testified as the first witness in the what it was anticipated to be the impeachment of Joe Biden, the sitting president of the United States. The bravery that it took for him to do that. He's a family man, wife and 3 kids that have been through just basically 10 years of living torture and hell based on being associated with the Biden family and some different business deals. And for him to come out in the summer of 2023, he could have actually ignored the subpoena that was sent to him to testify. He did not do that. He came gladly and spoke the truth about the corruption of the Biden family. And I believe President Trump will ultimately do the right thing and pardon him. I think he deserves it. I think our country deserves it. And I was actually sorry to hear about Hunter Biden. I'll make an offer to Hunter Biden here on the #1 rated show on Newsmax. I will personally pay for Hunter Biden's security around the clock for the next year if he's willing to come testify in front of Congress, sitting next to me and sitting next to Devin Archer about the truth about the corruption of his family.
That's a heck of an offer. I don't know if he's going to take you up on that, but it's a heck of an offer either way. We had a long conversation with Devin last night. I feel for what he's been through, absolutely, and it took a lot of guts to come out at that point, because remember, at that point, you didn't know who was going to win the next election, and that's why it was very brave. We're going to leave with this.
Correct,
Bo,
correct, Robin. I think.
Go ahead, yeah.
I think that's being lost right now. I mean, obviously, it's amazing for the free world and what President Trump and the administration is doing, but you have to sort of flash back to the summer of 2023, and, they were attacking him from all fronts, and just the craziness was at a peak pitch, and Devin walked in there, did his deposition, and ultimately, hopefully he gets a chance to testify in front of the world and tell the truth live to the American people.
Yeah, that's well said. Want to close with this, Bo. Since ever since we've had Me Too in this country, it's been maybe 7-8 years ago now. I think a lot of the men on the left have been very emasculated. They've been emasculated themselves, and we're watching the Democrat Party right now, just in the last few weeks, trying to gin up toughness again. You're seeing it with Tim Walz, I think, is kind of the leader of it, who was Kamala's running mate in this last election. He came out a few days ago. He's trying to act real tough, real alpha, and he says he could beat up most of MAGA. I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Oh, man.
Tell him to meet you in Iowa on May 3rd for your next UFC fight.
Yeah, to be honest, as from my experience, most of the people that actually train and put time and effort into preparing themselves to be able to fight at an adequate level end up transitioning over to more conservative viewpoints. So I think that if there was any actual training, any actual type of day-to-day combat being done that has any validity to it, that his opinions might sway. I think that's a pretty consistent theme in what I've seen, and so that's I don't think that there's any real training being done there.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I actually cleaned up what he actually said because I can't say it on television, so take it for what it's worth. Bo Nickal and Tony Bobulinski. Guys, I'm rooting for Penn State tomorrow, and say hi to the boss for me. Good to see you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
congratulations on all the success with the show.
Oh, thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Good to see you both.
Everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.